Tutorial of the Climate Change Resilience Tool. This is the official LandSupport web site, which the link is landsupport.eu, and in the middle of the page we will find three buttons. On the right, a quick guide to sign into the platform. And on the left side, technical documentation with the technical sheet and other document important for the using to use the platform. And in the middle, a big round button named Access to the SDS platform. By clicking this button, we will find this page with a gray window in the middle. For the first access, we need to sign into the platform. I'm already signed in, so I accept LandSupport disclaimer and privacy policy. I select the language, and then I can go inside the platform by clicking the login button. Waiting a second to load in configuration. And in the first access, you will not find directly the graphic user interface, but you will find a wizard because it can help you to select your field of interest, because the first window of the wizard asks us which is our field of interest. In this case, we are interested in climate resilience and ecosystem services. I click, so I can choose between other categories. I want to go in climate change resilience tool. Then I can select the scale. In this case, I will select European scale. The system asks us if we would like to save our choice for the next time in order to do not repeat any time same choice. In this case, I will select no. So we wait that the system direct us in our selections. Okay, this is the graphical user interface. As you can see, the map is in the middle, and a big part of the graphical user interface is occupied by the map. On the right side, we will find the toolbox section with all the tools available at the specific scale. Remember, we are selected European scale, but we can change the scale selection from the inside. For each one of scale selected, a different toolbox appear with the available tools at the specific scale. In this case, the system open for us the climate change resilience tool as asked before. I remember that in the left part we have also the static layers available at specific scale, and the legend button whenever it's useful, because when the output is a map, we can use the legend button to visualize the legend. But let's go in the land general climatic anomalies tool. By clicking here, a model requester will appear. First of all, the model requester asks us a region of interest. We can draw directly on the map a region of interest by using the draw polygon here, so we can go whenever we want, and we can, by clicking here, draw point by point, line by line, our polygon, and then save it. Or we can use pre-charged region of interest, which are nothing else than administrative limits. In this case, we will use administrative limits. For example, we want to know Berlin climate change anomalies. Okay, of course, there are all NUTS level available. In this case, we will choose level 4, for example. Then we have to select a scenario, RCP scenario. The RCP 4.5 scenario is an intermediate scenario, because the emission, there is a peak of emission in 2040, and then the emission decrease. So it's an intermediate scenario, as I told before. while RCP 8.5 scenarios, there is not decline of emission, is a continue increment of emission for the whole 21st century. So we will choose, for example, RCP 8.5. Then we have to select the scenario period. So if we are interested of the 30 years between 2041 and 27, or the 2071 and until the end of the 21st century. We will choose, for example, this one. Then we have to click the evaluate button to send the run in. The system automatically shifts from the toolbox section to the results section. On the top of the elaboration lists, we will find our last elaboration, which is land general climatic anomalies at European scale. The status of the elaboration is ended, so I can click on it, and in the elaboration details section we will appear the output of our request. First of all, we can visualize on the map the ROI, the region of interest. So the system shows us the administrative limits, basically, of Berlin NUTS 4. Then I can click on the PDF for land general climatic anomalies button, and the system will open in a new tab the report of our selection. So that's it. This is the report. It's a PDF file, of course, it's freely downloadable of your device, and it's composed like this. So first of all, we have the region of interest information. So which territorial scale we are searching for. This tool, we are using this tool, the name of our region of interest, in this case is Berlin NUTS 4, the extension in hectares of our region of interest, and the centroid location. Then there is the result section. We have selected scenario 8.5, the catastrophic one, and our reference period is 2041-2070, which will be compared with this reference period, 1981-2010. It's specified here. Anomalies of the general climatic indicators have been calculated and thus reported as the difference between the selected scenario period, so this one, and the reference period. It is 30 years. Let's start with the climate indicators. We have 4 different climate indicators, which are basically maximum temperature indicators, minimum temperature indicators, mean temperature indicators, and rainfall indicators. For each one of these, we will have different, of course, indicators. For example, we have minimum value of daily maximum temperature in Celsius degrees, which are 3. So this means that the minimum value of the daily maximum temperature in these 30 years will be 3 Celsius degrees higher than in the reference period. Ice days, for example, the number of days with maximum temperature less than 0 Celsius degrees. In days, this time the unit is days, is -1. It means that in the scenario period, in these 30 years, will be 1 day less, 1 ice day less than the reference period. Okay, let's change the minimum temperature. The maximum value of daily minimum temperature is 2 Celsius degrees. This means that in our scenario period, we will have 2 degree higher maximum value of daily 2 degree higher maximum value of daily minimum temperature, and that's it. Tropical nights, number of days with minimum temperature greater than 20 degrees in days, the unit is the days, will be 3.9 higher, 3.9 days more in the selected period than in the reference period, and so on. Rainfall indicators, for example, number of wet days, which is the number of days with precipitation greater than or equal to 1 millimeter, expressed in days, will be 5.2 days with the precipitation greater than or equal to 1 millimeter, in the, of course, always in the selected 30 years. In the notes section, you will find all the important information about these results, these indicators. For example, we'll find how, what are the RCP scenarios, what means 4.5 or 8.5, how the anomalies are calculated, the methods, and of course references if you want to read about these indicators and methods. Okay, by coming back, we can just close our region of interest, come back to the toolbox, and ask again to the system to evaluate new areas drawn by us or selected between the administrative limits list.